Hello, I'm Dr. Julie Burke. Welcome to Newton Chiropractic and Wellness Center. I grew up in a town where many people suffered ill effects, unfortunately, from toxic chemicals that were dumped into the environment. This gave me a particular awareness of what chemicals can do to our health. When I was in practice, I started noticing that some people reacted to what was in health and beauty products. So I started to do a lot of research on that. After doing all the research on what was in the health and beauty products, I was surprised and shocked to find out not only what was in the products, but also the effects that these products could have on my patient's health. I felt compelled to put together some information to help you understand this better, and to share with you what I have found to be the good, the bad, and the ugly with health and beauty products. In this workshop we put together, we will educate you about the hidden toxins and how to prevent being exposed to them, empower you with a simple system to make some changes, and give you some tools and a summary of the research to help simplify those changes that could make a big difference. Let's take a quick look at some of the facts about health and beauty products. 98% of personal care products contain harmful chemicals and toxins. Skin is the largest organ and it absorbs 60% of everything that we put onto it. 26 seconds after your skin is exposed to a toxin, it can be found in every organ of your body. Let's take a look at these individually. 98% of products contain harmful chemicals and toxins. Now that's a big number. How is this possible? This is happening in the US because the FDA rules on health and beauty supplies are all but non-existent. The companies self-monitor, tests are not required, and the safety results do not need to be shared with the FDA. No government agency really has your back here. FDA rules about health and beauty supplies barely exist. Take a minute and consider that Europe has banned more than 1,000 ingredients for use in their personal care products, while in the US, we've only banned 10. What you put on your body is as important as what you put in your mouth. Stressors, including physical, mental, emotional, and chemical, affect our health. Your skin is a carrier and not a barrier. This is why we can administer medications such as hormone creams and the Nicoderm patch right through your skin. Your skin absorbs 60% of what it comes in contact with. Toxins in personal care products can actually pose a greater risk than food contaminated with carcinogenic pesticides. Why? Chemicals taken in by the mouth are absorbed by the intestines and then pass through the liver. The liver is the great detoxifier. Chemicals absorbed through the skin bypass the liver and enter right into our circulation. 26 seconds. These toxins do not pass go. They do not collect $200. They go directly into your bloodstream. Whatever your skin absorbs can be found in every vital organ in your body within 26 seconds. Sometimes when I start talking about what's in the products, people don't want to go there or hear what's being said, because they want to look good and smell good. The good news is you can get rid of the toxins and look even better. In fact, most, if not all, the toxic chemicals produce ill effects such as breakouts, acne, and weight gain. Now that's the ugly factor. Please consider this is on top of all the very serious health effects and environmental issues these toxins cause. Here's a case similar to many I've seen while practicing. This child's eczema was so severe that ointments and even steroids didn't help his condition. Then he was switched to a healthy line of baby products. 3 weeks later, he was like a new little boy with no medication needed. The two classes of toxins and chemicals we're going to be focusing on are carcinogens, which are associated with cancer, and hormone disruptors. On the subject of carcinogens, it gets a little complicated, because we have some chemicals which are frank carcinogens and they will appear on the label. Because you can't judge a book by its cover, and unfortunately, you can't always judge a beauty product by its label. This is because there are hidden carcinogens which do not appear on the label. There are at least 30 substances that could break down to release carcinogens depending on the purity of the ingredients and the processing policies of the manufacturer. The processing policies of the company and their devotion to safety and purity are all you have to go on. For example, 1,4-dioxane is often discovered in many children's shampoos, yet you'll never see it on the label. That's because it's a contaminant. On the subject of children, we might want to pay attention to the fact that there's a couple reasons why their sensitivity to toxic chemicals is much higher than that of adults. First, they have a faster metabolism, which increases the absorption by about 40 to 50%. And secondly, children have much less ability to excrete or store away toxins in fat than adults. The use of children's personal care products has grown extensively over the past 2 decades. The incidence of many childhood cancers has increased 50% over the same time frame. 67% of all children's bath products were shown to contain phthalates, a likely carcinogen. David Steinman, who wrote Safe Trip to Eden, shed light on this problem. Johnson & Johnson, the leading baby product manufacturer's website, says its products are clinically tested and gentle enough for newborns. Yet, at the time of this research, it contained the carcinogen 1,4-dioxin. Contrary to popular belief, both mineral oil and petroleum jelly are not healthy ingredients. They both coat the skin like plastic, clogging pores and interfering with the skin's ability to release toxins. They've been shown to cause premature aging and skin irritation, and a National Institute of Health's study has linked it to cancer. Many products have labels that say their products are natural or organic. Could this be a wolf in sheep's clothing? I say this because David Steinman's analysis of over 50% of the products he tested that were branded as natural or organic were found to contain the carcinogen 1,4-dioxin. Some of the companies he pointed out with this issue were Nature's Gate, Jason Organics, Giovanni, and Kiss My Face. Even the high-end cosmetic companies typically use cheap fillers and toxic ingredients. So price doesn't really assure quality. Now let's move on to chemicals which imitate the effects of natural hormones. These are called hormone disruptors. The endocrine glands, such as the adrenals, the thyroid, and the reproductive organs, produce essential hormones for growth, development, and metabolism. The body mistakes these synthetic chemicals for its own hormones and disrupts its natural processes. The top 3 hormone disruptors, which happen to also be carcinogens, are parabens, triclosan, and phthalates. In 2005, an advisory panel to the FDA concluded that both triclosan and triclocarbon posed unacceptable health and environmental risks. But the FDA still ignores this, because both of these toxins are found in nearly half of all commercial antibacterial soaps, toothpaste, mouthwashes, and detergents. They stay in our bodies and in our water, and have been found in human breast milk and blood plasma. More than one study shows that triclosan affects the thyroid. Let's take a closer look at phthalates. So where are they found? Everywhere. You will find phthalates in perfumes, lotions, deodorants, and almost anything with a fragrance. Meanwhile, how is it listed on the label? If it is used in a fragrance, it's probably not listed. Or it may appear as DEHP, DMP, or DEP. This means it's important to know the company's policy because it typically doesn't appear on the label. Phthalates also have an ugly factor. These include hormonal acne, obesity, reproductive effects, and low testosterone. But finally, we've got some really good news. Toxic chemicals have nothing to do with making us look better. And there are healthy alternatives that give better long-term results. Consider the load on your system and don't stress out about the subject. Following the 80-20 rule is a good practice, since small amounts of chemicals can be processed by the body. Clean out the high-load products as quickly as you can. This is not about giving up beauty products. It's about being informed to make better choices. We did the homework to help you take your first steps. These are some of the companies we like, and we specifically did a great deal of research on Arbonne's products. We select our key product line based on quality, price point, and convenience. Selecting companies with good policy will help you simplify making healthy choices. There are additional articles and product information on our website. And we also recommend the book Healthy Beauty, written by Samuel Epstein, MD. Great products will contain none of these ingredients. Simply stated, your skin is your largest organ. So, say no to toxins and yes to your natural health and beauty. One of the major focuses in our practice is to help others be response-able, or better able to respond. In order to do that, we will want to take great care of ourselves and those we care about, as well as our environment. We invite you to achieve and maintain your best health by watching what you put in your body and what you put on your body. Thank you very much for joining us today.